Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the Lions franchise. Today we'll go through the first part of the offseason, number 3, and the New Orleans Saints won the Super Bowl. Peter Windham and Jacoby Brissett almost had equal numbers. The only real difference is that Brissett got sacked twice, which probably destroyed a possession or two. Rushing success was about equal for both teams. Gus Edwards, 61, 4.4 a carry, and 1 score. There is some other rushing success for the Saints. The Colts had one tight end that was over 100 yards, while Michael Thomas had 10 catches for 101 and a score. There is also a score by Michael Pittman Jr. Let's go to defense, and there were a couple tackles for loss. Cam Jordan and Carlos Dunlap probably destroyed some possessions with that. And Justin Coleman, whom I traded to the Saints, he just won a Super Bowl. No picks in this game, but yeah, let's go to retirements. Ndamukong Suh retires. Mitch Schwartz retires. So the Washington football team loses their starting right tackle. Costanza retires. Brandon Graham retires. The trenches just got weaker for the Jets. And the Titans lose 2 offensive line starters. Marquise Pouncey retires, and Earl Thomas. And Mike Pouncey retires as well. Brian Bulaga. And Kelechi Osemele retires. He was a Lion for some time. I think it was 1 year, then second season. And yeah, regression. Matt Stafford, minus 11 points, minus 4 to throw power. And he again lost short and medium accuracy. So these are down now almost to the level of Tyler Kingsbury. So there really is not going to be any point in keeping Stafford around, I think. Decker lost a lot of points. Matt Prater lost minus 5 kick power. Tracy Walker, 28. He also lost 2 zone coverage. And Trey Flowers, he just lost 2 points as well, considering he is 30. For Matt Stafford, I thought maybe a $12 million backup deal would be fair. But I was more than positive that he would not take that. And I was not going to pay him $20 million per season. And he does not take this deal. So he is gone. He tests free agency, maybe finds a new team. Taylor Decker, I wanted to keep him, but not for 2 years, just for 1. So I upped the per year offer for 1 year. And let's see what he wants to do. 10 mil would be a fine deal, but he does test free agency. So now we lose a starting tackle. Hunter Bryant, he had a really good season. In the second year, the third year, TJ Hawkinson was really not injured all that much, so Hunter Bryant did not get to play a whole lot, but I think he is a really good backup, and he continues to play for this organization. Amani Oruwariye, I wanted to sign him over Jeff Gladney because he has the better zone coverage, and Gladney's zone coverage is not that great. He is really a man cover corner, and I want to play zone coverage a lot. So I thought I wanted to re-sign Oruwariye, and he accepts the deal. So he's gonna continue to stay in Detroit. Callaway is a fine backup, and I made him a better slot corner, a better zone corner as well. So I thought this deal was fine. And he accepts the $1.9 million offer for 1 year. Matt Prater up next. He lost minus 5 kick power, which is a big deal. I thought I wanted to re-sign him. I thought that he would retire, but he did not. So I gave him the baseline offer, and he rejected it. He wants to go to free agency, so we need to find a new kicker as well. One is on the depth chart right now. Alex Moreland. 1.9 million offer. I thought he was good depth to have, and since he's a good run stopper, I think that is fine. So he accepts the deal as well. He's gonna stay in Detroit. Will Harris, I thought of letting him go, but I thought he also is a good backup, so I offered him a 1-year deal. And if he accepted it, yes he did, then he would be on the team for 1 more year. But I think that Jeff Chaney could take his role. Tyrell Crosby, he's a good swing tackle, and I wanted to sign him because backup tackles that are quality if they have to play were hard to find, but he rejected this deal. And for every other player, I let them walk. Darren McKenzie, Jeff Gladney, and basically I wrote down all their names, so if they are there in free agency, I might want to pick them up once again. Levi Buchanan does not have the speed. Then Daniel Leno. I wanted to get some new linebackers, and the class looks good, and so I let him walk. Jimmy Cunningham, he was just not a really good backup. And franchise tags were way too expensive for Stafford or Decker to keep them, so I let them walk as well. Ty Johnson, he had good speed. I like that, but I did not want to give him so much money, and especially not for a 2-year deal. DeAndre Ferguson is going as well. And now we have $63 million in cap. And what is out there? Some running backs and receivers. That is pretty disappointing. So I thought there were some good players in the 85 or 90 overall tier, but it's only running backs and receivers, and I think we are fine. The receivers that were there did not fit my profile of what I wanted, so I really was disappointed from this free agency class. But then I found out something else. 2 franchises let their quarterback walk, and one of them was the 14-2 Washington football team. Dwayne Haskins is on the market, and he looks really solid and has still a couple years to develop. So I was really liking his skill set. He has good short and medium accuracy and deep as well. Daniel Jones, he has similar accuracies, and I really liked him as well. The Giants let him walk, but there is 2 ratings that are really a major difference between Haskins and Jones. That is throw under pressure, where Haskins wins by 7, and break sack, where Haskins wins by 15. And apart from that, all the other ratings were really similar, so I offered Haskins a $90 million deal. It was way above what he wanted, but I think it would be fair. I think he would, like Dak Prescott, want a big deal that is not like a $50 million deal like for Pat Mahomes, but $30 million per year for a franchise quarterback that really has been coming off a good season, a 14-2 season. I think that would be fair, so I gave him a $90 million offer. That also, by the way, beat out the Minnesota Vikings offer, but we'll see. I have managed to screw up some free agency signings in the past. Ron Leary is back on the market, and I really wanted this guy. He helped a lot with run offense in the first season, and then I couldn't get to re-sign him. So I want to sign this guy again. He really has not regressed a whole lot for being 34 years old, so I gave him a big deal. Christian Wilkins, he is a defensive tackle. He is not a nose tackle, so he played in Miami where they need a nose tackle, so he played a defensive end. But in our system, he would be a defensive tackle, and he's a good pass rusher. So I want to split his snaps with the one of Jeremy Gabriel, and then let Carlos Jefferson play the entire game out. So I wanted to sign him. And there is Joey Sly with 98 kick power. I was really interested in that, and he still can grow some more, so I wanted to sign him. Gave him a $7 million deal. And so these were all their offers I put out in stage 1 of the offseason, and Ron Leary signs. He comes here to Detroit once again after being with the Bengals for 2 years. I will see if he gets to start, but there is Christian Wilkins. He comes to Detroit as well as Dwayne Haskins. And we have a new franchise quarterback. I was tired of the growing pains with Tyler Kingsbury at the end of the season. We need to be able to execute some 2-minute drills, and Kingsbury was not great at doing that. Then I made an offer for John Sears, a second-year fullback. He has to be a competitor for Tyree Spence, our own fullback, and I thought I want to bring in Eric Fisher. His ratings are down a lot, but he is good depth. And at the worst, if I really do not get a starting tackle, I mean, he's not the worst tackle in the league. So maybe that's a starter, maybe he's a backup. And with that, we move on to stage 3. So who did we sign in stage 2? It's Eric Fisher. He comes to Detroit, and he's gonna be a really good addition for depth, and John Sears is going to be competing with Tyree Spence for the fullback spot. I was not happy with Spence's play in his rookie season. And in stage 3, I thought to myself, Clelin Ferrell is on the market. I'm not sure if he's going to stay in Detroit, but I'm going to make him an offer because Trey Flowers is not getting any younger, and if he wants to come here, I can cut him if I don't need him. Of course, if you enjoy the video, I would appreciate it if you gave a thumbs up and subscribed and ring the bell for notifications. 5th year option, Jeff Okudah. I wanted to give him this, but I thought to myself, he's gonna upgrade more this year, so he's gonna be even more expensive next year to sign. So I'd rather sign him this upcoming season just to a long-term contract, 5 or 6 year deal, than to wait around for a 5th year option. I think a 5th year option is worth it if you have a player you're not sure yet and you're not aware of the cap situation that is going to be there if you take the 5th year option. But yeah, we get Joey Sly and Clelin Ferrell into Detroit, so that is all of our signings. We get a new quarterback. He's gonna start probably. It's gonna be a competition in the preseason still, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with all these signings. We got some D-line depth and some O-line depth, and these are the league signings. The Giants already have 2 good starting running backs, and they thought to themselves, yeah, we need a 3rd one as well. Stupid AI. Thanks, EA. And other signings that are interesting: Anthony Miller goes to the Giants and Matt Paradis goes to the Bengals. And we really have one more interesting signing. I think that is Teddy Bridgewater. He is going to the Vikings. So he's gonna be returning to his city where he was drafted to. And also, I think we have, the signing of Daniel Jones, because he's gonna go to Washington. So they got rid of Dwayne Haskins and then signed Daniel Jones. As to draft picks, we have a 1, 2, 3, and then 4 4s, 5, 6, 7. I think a couple of those 4s might be used in trade ups, and for future capital, we have 2 firsts. One of them was for Justin Coleman, who just won a Super Bowl, and the New Orleans Saints went all in with him. And now their roster is gonna probably fall apart, and we also got a 6 and a 7 out of that deal. So we have a lot of future capital. So this is gonna be just prospects that I am interested in drafting. And first up, Sharif Spears, 6'2", 21, deep threat with good short and medium route running. So he is gonna be a good route runner, as well as Raheem McLaughlin. He's a little bit faster, but he is 22. He is out of Charlotte, and he's 5'10", not 6'2", but he has really good medium and deep and short route running, but his talent is lower than that of Sharif Spears. Maybe I'll draft them both, but probably I'm gonna draft at least one of them. Neil Hoffman, not sure if I'm gonna draft him, but he is an undrafted projected player, and his talent is late 6th rounder, and he has some speed for a blocking tight end, so I might be interested here. Then there is 4 second-round value left tackles in this draft, but I don't know if I'm gonna take one of them because I thought more of drafting a receiver or this center in the second round, because this center, he has really good bench press, really good 3 count. His speed is not that great, but he's 21 and he's a late first round value, and he looks a lot like a tackle as well, so I might get him. I also found an undrafted projected center in the 6th round. He has better speed, better bench rep, and he also looks a lot like a tackle. Then there is the clear-cut number 1 tackle in this class, early first rounder. He's 22 out of NC State, and he really looks like a tackle as well. He has 38 bench reps, and he's 6'7". Then there is Sidney Woodyard. He's a 3rd round projected, but late first round value, and I'm really worried because run block finesse with a C+ is his 3rd best rating, so I'm not sure about how balanced the skill set is, but he would be a good value. And then I also found an undrafted projected player that is a 5th round value. He does look like a tackle to me, but he is pretty slow for a guard, so if I draft him, he's gonna be a backup tackle no matter what. Then we have left end Marco Brown out of Florida. He's 22, he's a speed rusher. He has good but not great athleticism, but he does not have finesse moves in his top 3. That being said, he would be a good value to pick up in the 4th round. Matias Machado, he would be a good value as well. He has great speed, but he as well does not have finesse moves in his top 3, and he's only 22 out of Indiana. Jason Waters, 21 out of Michigan. He's a power rusher. He looks really solid, and he has really good bench press. So I would love to pick him up, but I'm not sure if I really need him because I just signed Christian Wilkins. There is DeMar Dell, and he looks a lot like Jeremy Gabriel. He's an undrafted projected but an early 2nd round value, and he's a run stopper. He has 38 bench reps, and he has block shedding in his top 3. Carl Clayton, he looks like the top off-ball linebacker. He has great speed and great bench press. He has good tackling and pursuit, and he's a run stopper just like Justin Gunter, so I'm not sure if we gain anything. Ramon Colon, as well as Clayton, an early 1st round talent. He's 21 out of New Mexico, and he has great speed as well. And being a field general, I think that means his coverages are not going to be as bad. Then we've got Amari Burns, and he was moved down from the top 3 spot on the draft board with a story. He was moved down to the top of the 2nd round, and he has good athleticism, great power moves. I love his skill set. I would love to pick him up. Miguel Cruz, he is an undrafted late 5th round value who has great athleticism. He's 22. He's a pass coverage archetype, and he has B- zone coverage, so I would love to get him. Kyle Hazelwood, he is 5'11" and 21 out of West Virginia. He has good man coverage, which is not really ideal, but he ran a 4.42, and he has a mid-first round talent while being a 4th round projected, so I love him. There is another good value, 4.42 speed and 22, and he has zone coverage, so that would be more my type, but I'm still looking for another corner, and I would love to pick up Hazelwood. Then there is Derek Holmes, the top safety in this class, and he is probably the top player in the class, I would imagine. 4.39 speed. I really love his skill set. He is really good, but he is probably going to be gone before I get the chance to draft him. I liked Lance Rodriguez's skill set a lot. He is the brother of Terrence Rodriguez, but 4.5 speed, I don't think that's gonna cut it. Here is Javier Taylor, 4.42 speed out of North Carolina. He is 22, not 21, and he has that weird ratings bug, so I'm not sure what his ratings are, but B catching, that looks good, and he's an early 1st round value, so he is gonna be somewhere in the mid 70s from an overall perspective. Miles Rivers, he is a good value as well. 4.42 speed and A- zone coverage. I love it. But yeah, we are gonna definitely pick up a safety. Here is Justin Powell. He has 4.45 speed, so not as fast, but he has good zone coverage as well, and he has good hit power. He's a mid 2nd round value. And since I was not content with the play of Dante Johnson and Jeff Chaney, I will pick up a safety here as well. Now, with that being said, this is how the top of the draft is going to look like. The Broncos have the number 1 overall pick. Maybe they go Heisman winning quarterback Clyde Shea. If they don't, there is Joel Harrison, an excellent edge rusher there they could take as well. But there is some other players if they want to take Derek Holmes, the free safety, for instance. So the Dolphins, who beat us in the last game and lost their number 1 pick to the Broncos, they might miss out on some premium talent at a position of need if the Broncos take this edge rusher Joel Harrison. With that being said, next episode is going to be the draft and UDFA. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more Lions franchise. See you in the next episode. Until then, spread some love.